you play a character in this movie who's a great study in contradictions, and we kind of don't know whether we like him or don't like him. Talk about that tension between Mark Baum knowing what's kind of right and wrong, and yet that tension between doing it anyway.
He has an ethical dilemma, certainly, because he's doing his job. He's betting against something that he feels is going to fail, but what is potentially going to fail is ultimately the nation's economy and the banking system itself. So in meeting the real guy, I believe he saw himself as a hero and someone who was sort of a solitary figure, that he had all of his weight on his shoulders and he was trying to right a wrong. But at the same time, like you said, it's conflicted because he stands to make a fortune by doing this, and sort of to the ill effect of millions of people.
There's a lot of anger in the performance and in Mark. Is it easy to channel that out of maybe your own feelings about this whole thing and how it went down and how this financial crisis went down?
I didn't think about it. I didn't go into it in sort of a self-righteous way. It's horrifying. It's a terrifying subject matter because I didn't know much about it in 2008. But what I learned through the book and the screenplay was really scary, and I think the character is a guy he's so self-confident, and he always feels like he's the smartest guy in the room. And then he proceeds through this story, and the more he learns about what's going on, the more shocked he is. Because for someone who always felt like they're the smartest guy in the room, to not have any comprehension of what's really going down is, it's shocking to him, and I think it makes the character angry and confused, and sort of becomes unhinged.
How did Adam pitch it to you that he was going to have sort of the celebrity explanations of what was going on?
Yeah.
So how much of what you knew going in is what we see in the finished film?
It's exactly what was in the script. The actual personalities changed, just based on scheduling and who could and couldn't do it. But those were always in to kind of, and Adam, the way, and you'd have to talk to him, but the way he describes it is to have these pop culture icons breaking down these, pretty complex financial concepts, was a great way of making them accessible, but also kind of pointing to how we get our information these days, from these voices, from these people that we love and admire, who are our zeitgeisty personalities.
Yeah. Real quick, you're playing Bobby Riggs coming up pretty soon, right? How's your tennis game?
I went on eBay and I found the racket that he used. He used a head master, like one of these little aluminum rackets, and it changes your game. It's completely, I have to go back to the way I used to play 30 years ago. So it's different, and there's going to be a lot of tennis elbow involved in the next few months, for sure.
Good luck with that, and thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
All right.